When I was a kid, something strange happened on our street every single night at exactly 3:03. No matter the season, no matter the weather, we could hear it. A soft, faint whistling. Floating down the lane, just a tune. Calm, sweet, almost soothing. But there was something about it. Something that made your stomach tighten. Something that made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. It wasn't loud. It wasn't sudden. It was patient, waiting. And every night, as the clock ticked closer to 3:03, I felt it. The anticipation, the dread. You could almost feel the night itself holding its breath, waiting. The streetlights flickered slightly, shadows leaning against the walls, stretching long fingers across the pavement. It always started at 3:03 and faded away by 3:05. Never a second longer, never a second shorter. And the adults, oh, they were serious about it. My parents, our neighbors, everyone, they told us the same thing. Never, ever try to see who's making that sound. Don't even peek, they'd say, voice low, trembling slightly, as if speaking it aloud would summon him. Just don't. It's better for everyone if you obey the rules. They called him the Whistler. A guardian, they said. A force of luck and protection. As long as you obeyed the rules, good things happened if you followed them. Small miracles, little strokes of fortune, little things that didn't make sense. And bad things they never spoke of directly. But the fear in their eyes was enough to let you know. I grew up hearing that sound, night after night. At first, I thought it was just a neighborhood joke, something adults used to keep kids in line. But over time, we all noticed the people on our street were lucky. Winning a contest, finding a coin lying on the sidewalk, an unexpected gift left on your porch. It was subtle, quiet. You almost didn't notice, except that over the years, it became impossible to ignore, and we believed it was him, the Whistler, silently watching, waiting, judging. One night, a boy named Holden slept over, younger than me, full of curiosity that often got him into trouble. He was poking and asking questions, like he always did. Do you think we could see it? Where does it come from? Is it a man or something else? He whispered as the clock neared 3 a.m. I warned him quietly, almost pleading, don't, just don't. And then it happened. 3:03. The whistling started inside the house, louder, closer. Not from the street this time, but somewhere in the hallway. My stomach dropped. My chest tightened. I could hear my heart beat in my ears, slow and then fast, fast and then slow, each beat hammering like a drum in my skull. I turned to look at Holden. He was fiddling with the shutters near the front door. My blood ran cold. Panic hit me like a punch to the gut. I ran to my sister, pulling her behind me, covering her eyes. Don't look, don't look, I whispered, my voice trembling. The shutters slammed open with a loud bang. Silence. Then Holden screamed. It was a scream that will haunt me forever. Pure, raw terror. Pale as moonlight, eyes wide, mouth open, frozen in that instant when a child sees something they were never meant to see. My stomach twisted. I wanted to run, to hide, to shut my eyes forever. But we stayed there, huddled together, shivering. The wind whispered outside, brushing against the curtains, moving shadows along the walls. Shadows danced, shadows stretched, shadows leaned closer. Time stretched. Every second seemed endless. The room felt colder than it was. Every creak of the house was amplified. Every sigh of the wind was louder. I dared not move. I dared not breathe too loudly. I kept thinking, if we move, will he come for us? My hands were clammy, my fingers trembling. I felt trapped, paralyzed by the sound, the fear, the anticipation. And then I remembered the ruse. Never look, never question, never step outside at 3-3. He was a guardian, yes, but he didn't forgive curiosity. And curiosity, it had a price. Minutes dragged on. Holden sat trembling, clutching his knees. My sister's small hands gripped my arm like life itself depended on it. The whistling faded slowly, almost reluctantly, as if the night itself had been holding its breath, letting go only when it knew we were trembling enough. By the faint light of dawn, the house seemed different, heavy, tense. Every corner, every shadow felt watched. The world outside had shifted, left a mark. The air was still thick with dread. Holden didn't speak for hours. We didn't speak. We just stared, hearts pounding, waiting for something that never came, but I knew he was still out there. Watching, waiting, whistling. Even now, years later, when I hear a soft, distant whistle in the dark, I feel it in my chest. That same icy dread, that same tightening in my stomach. And I know he's still out there, somewhere, keeping his silent watch. Always at 3-3. Always listening, always waiting.